Oh, now you can hear me. Okay, sorry, I was muted. I mute everybody, including myself. Okay, yeah, I'm super excited because and I've been saying that it's funny because you hear me many times, and most of the time I say I'm super excited because it's the totally truth. Because I see how the company has been evolving and how the company is making more solid on the base. And what's the base? All of us. That's the base. There and you're going to see also more on the event that we're going to have, but I can see everything solidified. Now, one of the things that is important is to remember that if we keep doing the basic consistently, everything is going to go well. We do not have to learn everything of how the pay plan works or how the products work. As a matter of fact, I know the basics of the products. I don't go as in detail as, for example, Adrian does or some people does. However, when you talk to some of the leaders, most of them don't go very deep into the products. They are just talking about the potential of the product because this is one thing that's a fact. The products are not entry-level. Last night, I have a call, for example, with one of the team members, and she had in the other line a person that's a fitness trainer and is also an engineer. It's interesting. Fitness trainer and engineer. Sounds like a interesting combination. And the reason she's a fitness trainer because she loves fitness, but she as a trade, she's engineer. Um, if she will say, well, what is the difference between you guys and everything else? Now, she already has seen some things before because she saw part of one of the presentations that we did. But when and because she's an engineer, she has a very analytical mind. And I told her there are only two things that we have to remember about the products. Actually, only three things. There are three things that are really important. One, that the products are in the PDR. And why is the PDR so important? And we have to remember that certifications are required that they guarantee that what is in the label, the purity of the product, that the product is unique. All those things have to be there. Is why most companies do not do the PDR away. Plus cost money, not just to publish the PDR, but to have all those certifications cost money. And that's why most companies don't do it because they say, first of all, that probably most companies do not qualify. And now, if any of you live close to one white label manufacturing facility, and I live like here in Austin, there are like five white label. White label means they make a product for many companies. In Utah, I used to live, and there are tons of those. And when you go to those companies, you see the labels of many products, some of them that you see in the store. None of those products qualify because they are generic brands. They may have some difference because the company say, well, I want you to put this and that. But in general, there's not like us that has a totally or unique study. And that's why our products are really unique. The second part, and I said the first on the PDR, the second part of our products are unique is because we had those third-party studies that have been published. Many companies present you with studies, but they had not been published. Published where? In peer review. Could be chemistry, science, medical, but something like that. Because as soon as you publish something, can be challenged. Think about that. As soon as you publish something can be challenged. And it's why most companies don't have those studies. They have studies sometimes that they show you, but they have not been published. We have three that are published. There are several more that are going to be published through the rest of the year. I don't know how many, but I know there are several studies that we have already. And to be published is not as easy because you send it to them and it has to be approved by whatever publication you are going into. And we are going, and now you can publish in publications that they don't have any credibility, and that's what some of them do. Publications where anybody can come and place an ad. It's basically an ad. But we will publish, these are peer review, something that goes to a scientist, to medicals, or whatever is the area that we are. And you cannot lie to them because they are going to challenge you. Sometimes they can challenge you in the sense, oh, I don't agree with this and that, but they don't challenge the studies itself. That's very important. There are different opinions. That's different, but no, and that's the second thing that's different. And the third one that we had also the results. Now, you can have results with other products. Yeah, it is possible because our body is so depleted that we need it. But to have the three of them together, our products are not in trial. That is a fact. That is a fact. Our products are not in trial. Again, we are in the PDR. That is very hard to get in. We have the published studies. So we have the third-party studies that are published. Now we have more than those studies, and you are going to hear probably at the convention they are going to tell us if some new studies have been published. But I know there are several studies that are right now done already. We are just waiting for being published now. And then, of course, the third part is that the products work. We are going to be adding a new. Oh, by the way, not every product that the company is going to introduce is going to be in the PDR because not every product qualifies for the PDR. But why? Because, for example, a cleanser, skincare cleanse is not going to qualify because they don't do that. Now, why are Xeron qualified? Because it goes deep and shows the effects on the hormonal system. It's totally different. It's more like a medical. But some products are never going to qualify because if we come, for example, I don't know, an example, what example I can do, but let's suppose that we can come with a nutritional bar. By the way, we are not coming with a nutritional bar. No, don't say that. Just say we are coming. No, they don't qualify to be on the PDR. It could be super good, but because that's not the reason of the PDR. It's why some people say, "Well, we have seven of the 12, of the 10 products." Yeah, because there are three that they are not required. The PDR, you don't see any product that kind in the PDR because that's not the purpose. Our serum qualified because the medical purpose again works on the hormonal system, and actually I was surprised when we had that product in the PDR, and I comment with some people on our team, and I don't know if any of you, they said I was totally surprised. I didn't know we were going to have the serum there. That was a surprise. But anyway, but our products are unique. Doesn't matter what we come up, if qualify or not to be in the PDR because it's not the nature of the product. Our products are really unique and always they are backed by something. And one of the advantage, and I'm just going off a little here. One of the reasons advantage of having Dr. Dan and Daniel on top, because both of them are very conservative in the sense that you have to make sure that what we are offering to the public is safe, is real, and is based in studies. Very, very important. Yeah, it's like Kimberly saying, if it has a medical purpose, it's a very good chance that those are the ones that qualify for the for the PDR. No? There are products that never will qualify. No? Let's suppose that I put it as an example bar, or let's suppose that we bring a shampoo that doesn't have medical purpose or things like that. They don't qualify. But anyway, okay. Now the other thing is I want to say in our team we created this website, and I'm going to share it. And the reason it's so important to know about this website, hey, there we are. You can see yourself. That's the YouTube channel. All right. It's our Legacy Makers. And the reason we have this is because it's a way for you to go there for information and education too. Why not? And it's ordered enough. As soon as you go to our legacymaker.com, that's the first page, and this is the one that you're going to follow. And now some people are going to say, well, what happens if I click getting started? I want to getting started. Loop. Guess what? It's the same page. It goes in a loop here. Now, welcome. First, we have the letter. We did a training, I think it was Monday, this past Monday, I did a training on that, on the letter. Why it's so important? This is a letter that you send to the people that come as a brand ambassadors. However, you can send it to a customer too, saying this is the support that we are giving the customer. And make sure you print it out, you read it out. But all of those links are for the calendar, for our website, for the website. In other words, this is a letter like for a person to start plugging into what we have in 3. Let me take it. This is very important. One of the things is so easy to get in our business that some people think, oh, so easy, they don't take it as seriously. It's too easy to get in, it's too easy to get out. Because even if you are getting one of the biggest package, 2,800, that is not a money that we have lost. I'm sure any of you have lost more than $3,000, $4,000, one time in your life, and or when you add all the time that you did a bad decision with money, or you bad investment or something like that, we have lost thousands of dollars. It's why people don't take it as serious because even if they come with a big package, it's even that so for some people maybe a lot of money right now, but in the big scheme of things, it's not. But if they tell you that you have to mortgage their home, bring 100,000 or 200,000 or $1 million, like it's with franchises, people are going to do whatever it takes to make that franchise to work. That's why franchises percent of success are higher because people are investing so much money that they say, shoot, if I don't do this, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose everything because you invest so much money. Here's too easy to get in, too easy to get out. But we have to make sure if somebody comes to our business, say, I want, even if they say, I want to make an extra $200 a month, let me show you how, where the tools are. And this is one of the tools. They are legacy makers. Again, the first page, the letter, the smart chip, how to set up the smart chip. Many people are not used to the idea of smart chip, although in traditional, many people buy from you guys for an Amazon. Sometimes they give you an extra 5% discount if you have the product coming every month, depending on the kind of product, obviously. The same in many products that you buy, you have a smart chips. Smart chip here goes beyond that. Not only you get advantage of being on the smart chip, but also you never lose your volume from the business point of view because as long as you're active with 60 points, you never lose your volume. And this is, by the way, one of the few companies that does that. Most companies at the end of 30 days, you start all over again the next year, the next month. And if you didn't qualify for certain volume, bad luck. You didn't qualify, goodbye volume. Now, the next one, download the app. And we were talking about the app right now. The app is going to add 5 new things. I think it's 5 that I wrote down. I don't have my paper here. Maybe 2. 5 new things are going to be, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 new things are going to be added to the app that are going to make it even more powerful. Already, some of you love the app. Well, you're going to love it 10 times more. Make sure you download the app because by the time we go to convention next week, there are 5 things that are going to add. 4 are going to be available immediately. 1 or maybe even 2 are going to be available the following 2 weeks. No, everything's going to, but it's going to be announced too. But very important because the app is a way to do business and something that we are going to come when we come back. One of the features that I don't remember if it's a feature that's going to be available right away or 2 weeks later, it's going to make us able to actually track you guys, people that are in our team, and do contests based on how many people you're sending information to the app. Holy cow! I tell you already one thing about the convention. Yes. But we are going to have the following week after convention, we are going to have JJ talking about that. I'm going to interview him about all I want to, I'm getting him before anybody else. It's going to be the week after convention. I think we are going to have him on Saturday. So for the people that don't like to be on Saturday, they have to be on Saturday. It's going to replace this call, the interview, or maybe it's going to be 11 o'clock Central. I'm not sure. We're working on that yet. But anyway, the app is so darn important. It's where your business, you're going to be moving a lot of your business on the app. This is very important. Let me see. Somebody has some comments. Okay. Yeah, Kimberly said, we keep the secret. Yeah, I cannot tell you more secrets because they put a chip here that explodes if I say something or I pass out. I don't remember. It's the side effects. But anyway, this page is so important again that we see this. Then the next part is getting to the chat community. The chat community is, when you click here, there's a video that tell you, it's a short tutorial, it's less than 3 minutes. And you can get into the chat community by pointing your camera to if you have using your phone, the camera here, or you can follow this link. You can do it either way. But the video is nice because for 2 minutes, you understand how it works. It's a really cool. Okay, let me keep going. Here, back office tour. This is important. By the way, this is something that we are going to be updating because I think some new things are coming for the back office. I don't know it right away, but I know they are working on that. 3Wallet, this is important. And by the way, if you are brand new, make sure you ask the person to invite you how to set up your 3Wallet, or just go to this link and there's a video to explain and why, because that's where you are going to set up how you are going to be paid. Product education. Product education is mostly for education purposes, but no, you don't have to learn this. But here is basically everything that you have to know about the products. Every question that you're going to ask is he, and you are going to be asked, the answer is here. But you don't have to learn this. You just send a link to this. That, by the way, is also in the app. That's cool. The studies, you can send the studies to people. You can send the copy of the videos of Dr. Gubler. You can send some of the interviews that we have. You can, here's the invite if person wants to see on live a presentation with any of the health professionals. Here's the invite that you can send to people. The plant, all this, by the way, all these videos that I'm showing you are on the app, but this is so powerful too. All this in app. This part is not in the app, but this part is. This is the fact sheet about the products. This is the vitality. All the key ingredients, the benefits, and this is important. And these are the ingredients that are in the label. I love this part, this flyer, because when people ask you what are the ingredients, some people tend to say, let me read you or let me learn the product first. No, you don't. You say, okay, let me send you the info. And you send that info. Now, this part is so powerful for people that are really that into very analytical. It's funny because when we were doing that presentation with the engineer slash fitness person, she said, I want very deep information about the products. And I show just one. I think this was the one. Say, okay, these are the products. Can you see on the screen? That's what I was telling her. And she started looking and looking. Holy cow, that's scientific jargon. I don't know if I can understand that. He said, yeah, because this is for scientific, but the fact that it's here, how many pages? Oh, about 20 pages just in this product. Imagine. We don't have to learn that. I tell you, I start reading it, but then when you start seeing, okay, this is the effect of vitamin C supplements on respiratory tract infections, a systematic review, a meta-analysis. And here are the people, the scientists that participate, background, respiratory tract infections, and then the objectives of the study, the methods we use, the Cochrane, PubMed, and Medline of a database conduct and our search. And we're thinking, what the heck is that? But scientists or medical doctors understand what we are saying that I don't understand what they're talking about. We found 10 studies that met our inclusion criteria out of total of 2,758. The pool risk ratio RR of developing risk. I said, what the heck? And it's 20 pages of this. You don't have to learn that. This is for scientists or for health professionals that are into that. It's just that it's there because we have that's one of the cool things. Our company has we don't hide anything about the products. Everything is there. You see the clinical dossier, the fact sheet is the one that we give people. It's to people like us. Or like most people, like 99% of the people, they want to know, oh, benefits, main ingredients, supplement facts. That's what they want to know. And this is on the app too. Additional product resources. This is for super analytical people. Say, oh, where the products are manufactured. Oh, here in the US. How do I know? Click and share this. Ta-da-da! This is certification. This is cool. And there are many other things here. I'm not going to go detail, but you don't have to learn that. You know the information is there. And by the way, many people say, I have to learn all this before I start the business. No, you don't. This works like an apprentice, I think, the way that you said business in any traditional. You are going to start working from the day one, working with your upline. He or she is going to be helping you to do presentation, to do call, to do follow-up until one time, and usually it's after 5 to 10, after 10 presentations, the most, you already know in most cases how to do it. Simple. And of course, we had the team calendar and everything that's happening during the week. Here it is. We are making some changes for after convention. You're not going to see those changes after convention. But anyway, and business training. And this is the what's called the meat of the dinner, meat and potatoes. Step one, make your list. Tata, make your list. And by the way, you work with your upline with this. Second, how we are going to connect. Step three, presenting and last step, follow-up. The onboarding is what we are doing now, what you do with a person. You just can't direct people to the website. But anyway, you make your list, you connect with people and present the opportunity. The cool thing, by the way, is that you can click here, for example, and I don't know, it's always jump like that. Okay, here, oh, because it's making the list and you are already. I think we have to change that because I don't like the way. Well, sharing your story, how to share your story. We have videos, by the way. And that's some of the things that we are going to be adding with the new. Oh, no, I was going to say something else. New something that's going to happen after convention. We are going to add videos next to some of the links. But here, the cool things that this is the steps. Very simple. Make your list, connect, present, and follow up. And you are doing this with your upline. You don't do it by yourself. And then the onboarding is just repeating the process and tell people where to find the information. By the way, a lot of this information I'm showing you, you find it also in the back office. It's just that in the website, what we did is to make sure that everything is in one place. That's it. That everything is in one place. Okay, let me get out of here for a second. Okay. All right, I'm going to change to the other screen. Where is the share? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zoom is giving me a hard time. They're changing some of the positions of the buttons. Yeah, they add something that's really cool, but we are going to use it sometimes later when I learn how it works. This is in Zoom. But anyway, pen, where's my, oh, here it is. I almost write with a regular pen on my iPad. That was not going to be good. All right. What are the steps? Very simple. Make your list. That's first. This is the center. This is the heart of the whole thing. I'm gonna put three steps, like a triangle. Then you connect. Then after you connect with the people, the purpose of the connection is to connect with a person. If you have not talked to them in a long time, connect with them. Then invite them to a presentation. Present. And then follow up. That's basically what you saw on the screen before. You make your list, you connect, you present, and follow up. This is the basic, this is the process. This is a process, not a system, it's a process. A process is something that you have to do in order to be able to get to a certain point. And then what happens is you make sure you are making your list. Make sure you are making your list and you can go to that site and there are many ways, but you can use your phone. How many people you have in your phone? What about and I'm gonna put something here, list. I'm gonna put list. Your phone, your social media, the contacts, daily contacts. I'm gonna put a daily on top. Daily. That's it. That's the whole business is there. The whole process of the business. What you saw on the website is to support that. But make sure you do it with your team. This is the list, the first one. Then, of course, you connect. The purpose of the connection are several purposes, but one of them is to connect people to people. Connection and invite people to the info. That's the process of the connection. Then the next one is presenting. Present. And present, we do it several times. First of all, use tools. Now, presentation could be in person, Zoom, or recorded presentation. Simple. Then follow up. And the purpose of the follow-up is to have a yes or no. However, you keep following up because when a person say no, you say to the person, it's okay if I keep in contact with you, just any new thing that happen, and most people are going to say yes. There's no maybe. There is not maybe. Maybe they are just delaying the yes or the no. That's it. And by the way, it's so important that in the follow-up, you are doing three-way calls during a three-way call. Okay. But this is a simple presentation. And we have to remember this is simple. We do it consistently. Now, for those of you that have been in traditional or any kind of business, it's not as simple as it. I had a perfume company, like I said in other calls. And gosh, the money that we had to spend, the off and offices, furniture, etc., before we got to our first couple of employees, before we have the sales force, like, holy jeez, it was so much money. And then what happened? We thought we were dreaming. I guess one of my friends, my partner, was a chemical engineer, and I was the marketing. He was the genius behind the product. We have amazing product. We create an incredible, unique, very unique packaging with another friend of mine that has a manufacturing of packaging, etc. And we thought we were going to make millions right away. Wow, we lost so much money that we were paying employees and commissions with our credit cards. We had to go out of business. The good thing is that we have enough perfume that we were giving perfumes to everybody for Christmas for 5 or 10 years, something like that. And we were smelling very good. But anyway, this is what the process is. Very, very simple. Okay, let me close. Uh, oh, shoot, I almost made a mistake. I almost shut down everybody. Okay, because I was clicking in the wrong screen. Okay, anybody has a question? This is the right time for those questions.